Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, Jack here, and this is the EurAsia round 5. This is the second from last round, and as you can see there on the scores, that is everyone's results so far. Just a reminder guys, if you like what you see, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And yeah, of course, we're going to not look at the scores too much from there. We're going to focus on getting this race done. Of course, the actual scores at the end of last round anyway, same as that. But anyway, let's focus on getting a good start here. We started in P3, we actually started on podium, which is a first, to be fair. So, unfortunately, I do lose pretty much all these positions, and I do run down the order from 3rd all the way to 7th, but we'll shortly be making that 8th, because Grandpa is going to shoot up out of nowhere and pretty much get ready for, hopefully ready to make each other fast by working together as a team. So yeah, this is the EurAsia 75 season at Red Bull Ring, and we do have a slightly smaller lobby than normal. That's because unfortunately we're not able to have everyone here. And this move here, by the way, I kept it in here. I didn't mean, as you see, I still stayed all the way to the right. I aimed my hazards on as well. I didn't mean to give Vest any contact there, so I do apologise about that, buddy. That was not part of the master plan. But Grandpa has luckily got through, and you can see there, he's got the player logo on his back bumper. So Player is basically a really cool app that you can use on your computer or your mobile phone, where it keeps all your games in one place. You can basically reach to any one of them that you wish to, that's downloaded on your hard drive, and yeah, really easy to use. So I strongly recommend it. But anyway, I won't blabber on too much. It's a very good resource. So anyway, Grandpa's ahead of us now, Vest's behind us. Now I know I've not got the tyres or the car, because I'm starting on mediums. Then we're going to go softs at around lap 17, I think it is, or around 18. But what we do have is strategy, as I like to say. So what I need is for these guys to work with me here. Vest is looking up on the inside, but I'd rather we work together so we can start catching that group up, because it's the Nissans we've got to look out for. So basically Roxilla and TSM, we know them two are quite quick. We need to be on the lookout for them too. And same with Melty and Bucky, them two are also quite quick as well. So we need to really be working with Grandpa here and with Vest to try and break away from everyone else. That's personally what I would like to be doing the most. I actually get better entry here, so we're going to get the position done on Grandpa, but I would have rather... Actually, I think I did the right thing next. I had a lot more momentum. I didn't want to crash him out or anything. However, at this point, it'd be best if we work together. So I'm going to show my hazards, or at least I think I'm going to do that anyway. And I do hopefully get a little bit of teamwork through here, because we don't really want to be battling at the moment. It's way too early to be doing any of that. So this is the second from last race, so the penultimate round for the EurAsia series. So we are approaching the finale, which of course I'll try and do something special for, so make sure you subscribe for that. And right here we're actually going to get Grandpa work with us. He gives us a bump draft, which I really appreciate, just at the right time there as well. So thank you, Steve, for your cooperation there. I do appreciate that. Roxilla has gone off, so that means we're going to find ourselves just behind John Boy here. Well, actually not just behind, a little bit behind. Who John Boy also a very fast driver as well. So what I really need is for me and Grandpa to work together so we can break away from Roxilla. But luckily I built up a little bit of a gap here, so that's really handy. I pretty much just need to be on the... I need to try and be on the front foot as much as possible, because Red Bull Ring and Monza next week are tracks not suited to this car by any means. Although actually saying that, I think I had a bit of pace around here, so maybe it was slightly suited, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into something a little bit faster maybe next time. So we're going to start breaking away a little bit from everyone behind us here, and we basically want to try and keep Roxilla behind us as much as possible. Turns out he is on softs at the moment, I believe, so he's going to go on mediums later on. So it's only going to be good news for us, or it should only be good news anyway. So we're going to skip forward here, lap 11. We have found ourselves creeping up behind John Boy slowly, and Roxilla has found his way past Grandpa, but luckily I built up a bit of a buffer, so that's quite helpful. I think Vest and Grandpa are having their own little battle as well, so that's, that's all good. So found ourselves behind John Boy. This seems to be an often occurrence when we're at Red Bull Ring in the Euro or EurAsia series, which if you haven't seen, I'll leave a card at the top where you can see mine and John Boy's battle originally. So he almost takes it off track there, but just about manages to keep it on. But you can see my car's weakness here, the acceleration and the top end. Basically, as soon as we go around them corners, I'm losing all that time and momentum. So Melty goes from softs to mediums. So again, this would only help us. He comes in slap bang halfway through the race. skipping forward slightly later here as well. Rockzilla's in the pits from mediums, so he's going to go softs. Grandpa is also in the pits as well, going from mediums, and then he's going to go on to softs, so like my strategy as well. However, we're going to slightly long this out a bit, but what we want to do is try and get past John Boy, and then try and maximise our time on the mediums, so we can kind of fully attack on the softs. That's what I want to do. So we're back in podium. However, we know Melty and Rockzilla are behind us, same with TSM. We know them guys are really fast, so we of course will be on the lookout for them. And you can see Grandpa's now on the softs, so happy days. So hopefully we'll get to battle with Grandpa at some point later on in this video, but we did have a brief little battle at the beginning there, so that was always nice. Of course, we do have something up our sleeves, so just stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels. Our link is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to both myself and Grandpa Goes Gaming, because we do have something brewing for you guys that we hope you'd like. So, of course, we will be working on it over time. But anyway, can we get past John Boy here? We're going to slowly start closing that gap and actually get very close to doing so. But unfortunately, John Boy wants to go in pits, and also Bucky goes in the pits as well. But because John Boy went in the pits there, probably lost me about a second, maybe 2 seconds there. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but I would have rather jumped in on the inside of that corner, not the outside. So, unfortunate for me, I lose a bit of time, and therefore momentum, which I kind of need as much as I can get at this track, and same with Monza next week. So, not ideal, but we are at the front of the race, front of the pack. So, not too bad. Of course, it does all start to kick off very shortly anyway, but we're going to try and pit. I think it's going to be the end of this lap we're going to go in. But you can see there, they're all on mediums there. Vest, John Boy and Bucky, but they're all, of course, going to get to their own tyres in their own time. But as I mentioned, we are approaching the end of this season now, so all the scoreboards and everything are always done by the famous Gurnell. So I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. And that's for both the Italia Cup and the EurAsia series. Sorry guys, I can't speak today. Of course, he does the awesome scoreboards there, so I do appreciate that. At the beginning and at the end of the video. I'll try and keep that in the future ones. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. So Vess is just about to come out of pits, but luckily he's going to be a little bit too far away from us to worry about, so that's always a nice sign. So we've got 12 laps left of this one. I know I've not got the car or the I know I've not got the right car or perhaps maybe the right pace around here, but I know I qualified P3, so I definitely got something. Now we know Melty is fast. We saw he qualified on pole and he's managed to hold off first place up to when everyone goes in pits. So can we get on top and try and get ahead of them? We're going to hop in the pits here, so lap 16, so our lap's going to be lap 17 here. We're going to refuel just a tad, but I don't think I needed to do so much. But yeah, I think the combination of my the pit collision with John Boy and of course refueling has sadly left me to lose a couple of positions here, so we're back down into P6. Of course you see Grandpa there 50 seconds away, but that's quickly going to drop with pit time, or it should do anyway. So we need to try and get past these guys up ahead. We know Rockzilla's on the slower tyre compound, but he is in the car of choice for this season, and John Boy as well, he's got the pace, but we've been able to catch up to him, so we know we've done it once, I'm sure we can do it again. Basically what we want to happen is for ESM to slow these two down, these three to all get in a battle, and I hopefully get the better of everyone. Ideally, that'd be nice. Just want to try and just do as best I can in this one. It is starting P3, so we want to try and at least finish in P3. Of course, Bucky and Melty are a little bit ahead, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about any of them two for now. So not too bad. So anyway, we're approaching the end of lap 19 here, just to start our lap 20. So timing's running out, but there is still a lot of time left in this one. So realistically, there's still time for stuff to happen, which certainly does happen. Don't you worry about that. So it looks like they're going to go on the defense there. I'm just looking up here. I think John Boy just outbroke himself, but he worked his way around Rockzilla just about. It looked like that was a legal move because he kept it on the corner or on the curb. But luckily, all of that battling is going to lead to me start catching up now. So I've been on their tail for a couple of laps now since my outlap. And again, I know I've got the pace here, I just need to be able to basically just make the most of the Toyota. Pretty much the ideal circumstances. So we are getting closer to John Boy and Rockzilla and ESM included. I think ESM is on a slower tyre compound at this point as well. I didn't have a chance to properly check, but I believe ESM's on, TSM or E97 is on a slightly slower tyre compound. So we should hopefully be able to start making up some time and positions soon as well. And for this one, basically the results of this one is basically quite a lot there, didn't I? After this race, I'll get the scoreboard up, and in that scoreboard, it'll be the top, I think it's the top 11 or top 12 will be in lobby 1, and then the bottom 11 or 12 will be in lobby 2. So yeah, I mean, it should hopefully mean we're in the top split, because we're P5 at the start of this race before it began. So we're going to keep an eye on that, obviously see where we finish and then see where we are in the overall scoreboards. But just looking to the now, it looks like we're almost within slipstream here. My map book doesn't seem to want to give me the details on exactly how much is in that delta, it's a little bit blurry. But I can tell we're definitely getting closer anyway. You see I can brake a little later and my brakes are quite effective here. So we're going to find ourselves within this little pack of wolves here. So not too bad there. And I kind of want to be working around these guys as fast as I can, because I know their battling's only going to slow us all down. And to look at first or second is probably a little bit unrealistic, but what I can look at is podium, which is P3. That looks a little bit more realistic there, so we'll see if we can get round. See that corner? Definitely my slowest one at this track. Pretty much just down to going very slow and you need to be accelerating, which Toyota doesn't really have a lot of. But Melty is clearly making it work. So not too bad for some. So that delta is starting to go down a little bit now with us three. With me nearly in the slipstream here. So ideally, these three are just going to keep battling so it lets me get past. Or at least till I find an opportunity to get past. It looks like Rockzilla's already thinking about it, so he's going to go on the outside here. But with the tyre advantage and Nissan's top end and acceleration, he actually should have this in the bag. So Rockzilla's going to start getting away. John Boy also looking to get away, and looks like he does so. So now it's just me behind E97 now. So you see here, us four pretty close together. It's quite cool to be part of the, it looks like quite a good shot there, so not too bad. So anyway, it looks like John's going to take this one a little bit wide, and E97 is going to get on the inside. So actually, John relinquishes that position pretty soon. So looks like E97 is going to get that move done. So I've got a very important decision to make here. Do I go on the attack or do I stay back? I could make this 3 wide, but should I? The answer to that is definitely no. That would be way too tight for 3 wide. I would have just basically, I think I would have compromised my race there, and potentially the other guys as well. So I think I did the right thing hanging back, but of course you see how much time it's lost me. And you can see without E97 slowing Rockzilla down, he's now taking it away. So I need to catch up ASAP so I don't lose John. And again, we are still looking at the back of them, but that slipstream is just slightly there. And now I've got the braking advantage there anyway on this track. At least it feels that way. So we're going to try and just hook up all these turns as best as we can. I think that corner was called Worth, just there. I can't pronounce any of the other names, but I think that one could have been Worth. So anyway, E97 looking on the defence again. Now I didn't mean to almost go into John here, but I think my brakes are a little bit better. So you see here, I accidentally go into John again because he broke a little early for my liking. But luckily he keeps it all on track, and I obviously returned that momentum there anyway. So at least, you know, we're all good to go. Just keep on racing, that's the main thing. So again, E97 going to go on the defence. Are we going to be able to get a move done? We could have maybe gone for the move there, but I didn't want to run John Boy wide. You might be able to see as well, it looks very bright on my screen. Yeah, it must have been a really sunny day at Red Bull Ring. I reckon that's what it is. So our battling is of course losing us a lot of time. You can see Rockzilla now pretty much in the distance, driving off. We're not going to see too much of him. for the rest of this one. And it looks like John has actually gotten away as well. So E97 we know is really quick. We've seen his pace and we've also seen his skills earlier on in the season. So definitely one we need to look out for. John of course got away back there, so now it's my turn. Can I get past E97? So the answer to that is going to be yes and no. So you're going to see here, I get on the inside of this corner, I've got the tyre advantage and I've got the pace. So it's like it's 3 positives. Negative of course is the car, but we might be able to work that into the equation. But luckily I do just about hang it on the inside, he hangs it on the outside, and I get the move done, happy days. And then that's going to start lap 25 with me defending P5. Or maybe not defending as such, because I do have him a little bit behind, but he does have the slipstream. So what I'm going to try and do is let the car roll and give it as much momentum as we can. Do take it off track, both of us do. But the difference is E97 is going to in fact get a penalty. That's half a second right there. I don't know how I didn't get a penalty for that. I guess I slowed down. But E97 can't make a move on me till that penalty is cleared. At least according to the rules, I think anyway. So because of that, E97 is going to serve that penalty, or most of it there anyway. We're going to see. He's going to get the run on us here, and also the inside. Has he got that penalty? Is it a legal manoeuvre? Yep, that's a legal manoeuvre, alright. So fair enough. So we're going to look up on the inside, but not going to go for it. We are at the stage where battling can be done now, but I know I've got to get past E97 to continue racing, basically. I mean, luckily I've got a little bit of a gap to Grandpa and Vest behind me. However, I don't want to take any of it for granted. I do want to try and get away as best I can. So, are we going to be able to get past E97 again? We kind of semi-are. We're going to both give each other a lot of respect and a lot of room. But luckily, again, on this one I do get past. So, happy days once again. And we're going to just try and basically try and break away as best as we can now. As soon as the slipstream's broken, we're fine. It's just because that slipstream's there, it's helping E97 catch up to us a little bit more. So we're going to maximise on that corner there and the exit, and we're going to break that slipstream. John with a penalty up ahead, but he'll serve that at the hairpin or at the top left part of the minivap anyway. So Sneak has snuck his way into the lobby, but of course has missed the opportunity to race in this one. But he has been in lobby. I think we're in lobby 2 here, so he'd be in lobby 1. So that race must have finished by now. So therefore the results will be updated. And you see in P3, I think Roxilla's got a penalty there. So final lap. This is pretty much. There's still moments that it kicks off. So of course this is all going to start getting a bit dicey very soon. See that I've set a better, faster lap as well on that 27. I could have gone a lot faster, but fortunately I was slowed down, and I think just generally I just didn't have the best circumstances. Luckily E97, I say luckily, I don't know. E97 is quite a bit back now, so we should be able to be on the attack pretty much solidly through this one. I think this is where the fuel, where popping fuel in was good, because I did a little bit of fuel saving earlier when I was behind John Boy briefly. So here we go. Are we going to be able to have anything else happen? Any more positions up for grabs? You might have briefly seen there, but P2, Lucky Bucky, is that starting to drop a little bit there. I think he could have run out of fuel, or could be heavily fuel saving. Not too sure, but basically, Roxilla's going to get round. And then John Boy shortly going to get round as well. There he goes. So it's our turn. Are we going to be able to get a move done on on Lucky Bucky as well? It's going to be really close here, but you're going to see. He runs wide. I run wide. I do just about get past, and the penalties have to be served on the start-finish straight. So I just get it now, but I didn't overtake when I had that penalty. So therefore, we're going to get the move done. Get P4. Not quite P3, but it's definitely a good recovery race. So not too bad. And of course, we do have the results on screen now from the amazing Gurnell, who's actually in P7, I think that is. But yep, so we're still in P5. It's looking pretty close and pretty intense, but we are approaching the final next week. So, are we going to be able to get any more positions? Are we going to be able to hold off Kevman for P5? I don't know, but we will find out. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Take care.